commencing Operation Fired Up. In today's episode, the co-host will be exploring more of the manga. We should really change the name of this podcast to be Three Nerdabots at the Table, or better yet, Robot Simp Book Club. Ha ha. Yes, that could do. Oh, dear listener, if you have a better idea, leave a comment below. Now then, let's change the frequency.
Hi, my name is Onyx, and welcome to the podcast. Today we are diving into the Transformers The Manga comics. And with me are my brilliant, intelligent co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Clickbait, and I'm all that.
And I'm Clickbait, and I'm also all that. Thank you, Onyx.
We can't all be all that.
But we can!
Or just the remainder amount. Moving on with our comic discussion for today's episode takes us to Volume 1, Part 2, The Story of the Super Robot Lifeforms, issues 1 through 5. And as always, spoiler warning, so if you haven't read it already, we highly recommend you go back, read the comics, then come listen to the podcast. With that, Clickbait, would you mind giving us the facts? Kilbyte, can you give us the trivia, summary, and thanks to the Patreons?
Of course. Always ready for some fast facts. Speaking of, number of comics we'll be reviewing today is 5. Issue 1 was released December of 1986, and Issue 5 in April of 1987. Our writer for the series is Masumi Kaneda, and our artist is Ban Megami.
For some trivia, the first issues takes place before the events of their cartoon counterpart episodes called 5 Faces of Darkness, Part 5. Is it Part 5 because there's 5 faces, or is it there's?
It's a 5-part series. There's 5 episodes.
Yeah.
I see.
5 episodes for 5 Faces of a Quintesson.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. What a story per face.
Whoa, what was that meow there?
Whoa.
We also get to see Cyclonus' bunny ears make an appearance. Yes, you heard that right. In response to Galvatron shouting, one of his ears tilt to the side much like a rabbit. That's pretty cute.
Yeah. I didn't know they did that.
Issue 2 has caused quite a stir when it was first released, with either mistranslations or purposeful, humorous bubbles in place, or a combination of the two, caused the audience to truly believe Megatron was back and believe both him and Galvatron were different characters. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Many Megatrons, huh? What did the audience think?
Many Megan Man.
I thought Galvatron and Megatron were different in the Japan continuity. Isn't that at one point a thing? Or has it always been the same?
Yeah, I'd have to check that.
Check it. Now for some summary. After the end of the Unicorn War leaves the Autobots and Decepticons were the leader, 2 bots rise up to the challenge. Rodimus Prime and Galvatron continue the fight to either protect the Earth or destroy it. That information has always been taken from the wiki. I can't speak tonight, but as always, thank you. Thank you so much to all the Patreon supporters. You're all amazing, and thank you patrons.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patreons. Thank you.
Your generosity goes to Killobyte getting drunk here on the podcast. With that, shall we get started?
We shall.
Can I turn in my resignation?
Yeah, you've done this too many times. You're crying wolf. In our first chapter, we get introduced to our new Autobot leader, Rodimus Prime, protecting space from the evil Decepticons. And I enjoy how comically evil the Decepticon spaceship is. It has teeth and is actively eating another ship. Rodimus takes on the new Decepticon leader, Galvatron. Thought?
I would like to point out for the listeners that Onyx's notes here say that he's protecting space from the evil Autobots.
Shush.
I didn't know spaceships could eat other spaceships.
I didn't know this either, but that was cool. That was a fun graphic. I did like that picture.
No, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cute. I was going to say, I like that we're introduced to a lot of characters right off the bat.
Yeah, we do get introduced to the cast of the G1 movie. But I do like how they get into the evil spaceship, and it's everybody focusing their blaster to one specific hole. and they blast through it. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's the thing.
It's interesting because that would just create one small blaster hole and not blast in the side of the spaceship. But we're not talking actual physics here, so we're good.
Yeah, but hey, they
They're
did it.
preparing for the Michael Bay explosions, okay?
They're doing a great job ramping up to that. I just gotta say, 10 out of 10.
Chapters 2 and 3, we see Galvatron attempting to trick the Autobots and fail using cheap knockoff fake bots that look a lot like Megatron, an army of them. And back on Earth, we witness Trypticon and Metroplex throw down for reals this time. Theories, thoughts, what were you thinking when reading these comics?
I liked Cup's response to seeing multiple Megatrons, and he's like, I thought Galvatron was Megatron. How is this possible? And I'm like, that's what I thought too.
It was funny. It threw me through the loop for a minute, and then I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense that Galvatron does that. But it was fun for a moment to entertain the idea of an army of Megatrons and everybody being like, well, we're done now, guys. And I thought that was funny how they handled that. I really liked it.
I like that they're called the Megatron Corps and they have the combined fusion cannon attack.
Okay, but they should be called the Megan Men.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't there a Mega Man?
There is a Mega Man, but they're Megan Men. Like Mega
No, he has
Man.
a cannon on his arm too. Wait a minute, who stole it?
Oh my gosh, he does! Whoa! He has a trusty but also slightly senatorial sidekick as well.
Interesting.
Is Mega Man a sidekick? Never. I do like the Trypticon and Metroplex fight because they're punching each other, and then Metroplex is like, "Wait, I have a little guy that can punch you," and then he summons out his.
That was so funny.
Character. And then Trypticon is like, "I can do the same thing," and then summons his little guy.
It was the Earthlings have something like that where you have like a big thing, and then you open it up, and there's a little thing, and then you open it up, and there's a little thing, and it just keeps going until there's like a teeny tiny little thing.
Yeah.
An Easter egg.
Personalities.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I thought the battle was really fun. And it was cute. And they were like, I've got this guy. Oh, yeah, well, I've got this guy. Oh, yeah, well, I've got this guy. Oh, me too. Boom, bang, bam, wham. It was
But
funny.
then
I enjoyed it.
every time they summon their little guy, it's almost like Pokemon. They were like, "Go, warrior, scamper!" And then there's like a text bubble that says, "Scamper, an Autobot soldier for Scramble City. He can transform it into a large-scale six-wheeled vehicle, almost like this is an ad for a toy."
He was so cute. I would totally buy him off of that ad. Hang on. I'm going to Google really quick.
You make a purchase.
Yeah, work for Cybertron. Check him out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he exists!
In Chapter 4 is probably the most interesting one so far. We are introduced to the character Gilthor, a bot who has the appearance and powers of both Megatron and Optimus Prime, who at first joined Galvatron to fight Rodimus, but then betrayed him. Then we find out why this bot betrayed Galvatron, because he was possessed by the spirit of Starscream, which explains everything and his treachery.
Absolutely.
Absolutely does. 100%.
That was a really fun character introduction. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was new. It was unique. And also his name was cool, Gilthor. I liked it. He was funky. And then he turned on everybody.
Like
Gilthor, the Lord of Thunder.
Oh, whoa.
I want to know if it's like if Gilthor was mentally as strong as Optimus and Megatron, or if he just had the powers and looks. Because if his mind is so easily manipulated by Starscream, that means there was nothing going on upstairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like his weird combined blaster gun revolver thing. It looks pretty cool. But also,
I hope we see him again. He looks sick.
Yeah. I do want to Hasbro make a new figure, please. I do think that it's funny that he has Optimus and Megatron's power, but the only one that's dead here is Optimus, because Megatron is technically Galvatron. So it's like, why?
It's true.
So, yeah. Other than that, it's pretty cool.
Because Megatron's a narcissist.
Also, to provide the listeners with an update, I'm not at this moment purchasing Scamper because he's very expensive and I'm really sad.
No. She just purchased 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that who just made a purchase on the Swerve bar? Oh.
It wasn't me.
Clickbait, come on.
In our final chapter, we get an all-out Decepticon attack for the Prime Energy Source. What is that? It looks like some sort of beam The Autobots were there to stop them. Combiners fight the Omnibots. Pull a move that looks oddly familiar. Nothing strikes back to memory though.
Wow.
How are we feeling so far?
Predaking
Hurt.
arrived. I'm happy.
Mentally hurt.
This makes up for the dog.
Mentally
Wow.
hurt? Why would
No,
you say
I'm
that,
just
Gilbert?
kidding.
For the dog. Wow.
No, I'm kidding. It can't. Nothing can make up for the dog. But Predaking arrived, so this does get some bonus points.
Wow. But you like the Predaking that's a dragon, not even the Combiner.
Yeah, but I still like the Combiner Predaking. I have like 3 of them.
Oh my goodness. I thought this one was funny. I do like that the Prime Tower that has the Prime energy looks like almost like Sauron's tower.
Yeah.
It just needs the eye.
That's from the Lord of the Beans, right?
Yes. Lord of the Beans.
Lord of the Beans, that's correct. And no one fact checked her.
But no, it was fun. We got to see Omega Supreme and a couple more combiners.
Kilo,
Took it out.
we need to take
What
you
am
to
I doing
Ratchet.
tonight? I want to
Really
go to
downing
sleep.
those
I
drinks.
want to go to sleep
Jeez.
tonight.
Got that little
Kilo.
tray of shot.
They said this was a
You
flight.
did
I
so
thought I
many.
would be flying in the sky.
Yeah.
You're about to. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, you're about to go into flight mode. Just your feet won't leave the ground.
And you'll just think you're flying.
Wait, I have an old mode.
Any
Why did
other
I get
notes
flies and I
for
can
these
fly?
comics?
I don't think so. I think that kind of covered it. They were very, very brief. Very brief.
Mm-hmm.
They were fun.
Good time.
The fight scenes were nice. I liked that we saw a lot of familiar faces in the panels, even though I think RC had like 1 line, but that was it. I do think it was interesting, though, how they had a field trip to the Autobot outpost in the middle of a Decepticon invasion, and the kids didn't care that they were in danger. They just cared that they thought the Autobots were going to lose. They were very upset about that.
I would be too, because then if they lose,
I mean, on it,
lose.
like, yeah, absolutely, but I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were originally inside of Metroplex, and then Metroplex like, hey, I'm gonna fight Triptych, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
yeah,
thought.
but there's kids inside of you, sir.
Yeah,
Like,
me
what are you?
too. And
What are
we
you doing?
already established you can't transform with humans inside.
Yeah, but it looks like they aren't
know.
inside. They might be
Apparently
inside
not.
of a vehicle. or-
Slightly to the adjacent. Lazily
Yeah.
to the left, if you will.
Yep.
Clickbait, do you have
Mhm.
some quick quotes for us?
I do. I had to kind of scrounge for these ones, but I did manage to find 2, so you will be happy, Onyx. We're only at 2 today. They're both from issue number 3, and our first one is spoken by Triptychon. We're keeping it nice and simple with a dino headbutt. And then our third...
What
our
do we
third
think
one-
this means? What is the philosophical statement of this quote? What's the deeper meaning? We need a full
I think that this
analytical
is-
breakdown.
Triptychon taking the initiative to express himself and actually utilize
Yeah.
these abilities and powers that he's been given. He's finally learning to use himself as not just a transportation artifact for the Decepticons, but also as a valuable Decepticon soldier in the ranks. And so he's utilizing all aspects he's got. He's got the little mini cons that he can deploy, but
Do you
also he
think
can
this
use
rage
his
came back
actual...
when he was in Protoformus?
You know, I think that for that we would have to look at not only
The
his upbringing, but his
protoformhood?
design process. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're reading too much into it. First, he called him an artifact. If he's transporting, he's a vehicle. Second of all,
Yeah, it's
he's
true.
an honorably
Kilo.
he's an honorably Dinobot. Okay, so that's why he's using Dinobot.
Too late, you gotta lay off the drink,
Okay.
man.
You gotta
I
slow
can't,
down,
okay?
buddy.
I cannot. These are great. So that's it.
Hey,
Moving on.
Hey, Swerve, I think he needs to
All
be
right,
cut
next
off
quote.
for a little while. Anyways, the next quick quote is spoken by Metroplex, and it is happening in the same battle that they're having. And he goes, "All right, come on, I'll pay you back with my scramble missiles." I thought that was fun. It was cute.
The
I was
scramble
like, what
missiles are
scramble
missiles that always miss because they always go
Yeah.
every other
Mhm.
place
It's
except
a
That-
metaphor, you see.
yeah.
You guys are cracking me up. I
It's
can't.
like what the
Oh
humans
my
say.
god.
When you get eggs, scramble them. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was making
Yeah,
an
make,
omelet. Didn't Optimus say that?
No. You don't make omelet. You make
No.
scrambles.
Yeah.
But
You're at
Optimus
Scramble
literally
City.
said
Go
that.
by
This is not Omelet City. This is Scramble City. Okay.
Oh, my Primus.
yeah, Scramble City. No sunny side ups here. Kilobyte, can you take us to Rodstar rating?
I can take you, and you're here. Welcome to Kilobyte's Rod Star ratings. I would also give these a 5 out of 5. These were fun. If I was a kid, again, this is with the perspective of if I was at the time a little kid buying these, and they were meant for me to buy toys, I would definitely enjoy these and buy the toy because they're silly, they're goofy, they're short, they're sweet, and they're easy to understand for kids, which I think that's the whole point. So 5 out of 5.
Fantastic. Well done. I'll go next. I think I'm going to bump it up to a 4. I know the last one I gave 3.5, but this one had more plot. It wasn't just a silly. There was actually some stuff going on. Like, there was interesting stuff with Gilthor. I might be biased, but he seems really cool. We should learn more about him. It's not because I have a painting of him somewhere.
Oh my
Don't worry
gosh.
about this. Unrelated.
On it.
Anyway, solid 4. I think these ones are worth a read. These ones are fun. Clickbait.
I will raise my ratings slightly. I think there was more stuff that happened. These were arguably more interesting. I think I'll give these a 3 out of 5. Again, there wasn't a ton of substance to them, but they did have a lot of good action. We saw a lot of good characters. You know what? For a toy plug, I'll give it a 3.5. I think it was pretty good for a toy plug. Shamelessly plugging those Minicon or the smaller bots on Trypticon and Metroplex.
Wow. Don't even know.
But
Wow.
I do not know what class they are. No, I don't.
Wow, how dare you.
Not my specialty. And of course, Predaking
Well,
made an
listeners,
appearance.
what did you think of these comics? How many raw stars would you give it? Let us know by leaving a comment below. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can send us an email at swervesbarpodcast@gmail.com. That is SWERVESBAR podcast@gmail.com. Let's talk about some toys. Shall we talk about toys? I think we can talk about some toys. Who went first last time? It was definitely not me, so we should definitely have someone else go again. Let's have, I'm not going to pick on any favorites here, but Killobyte, can you go first?
Shocker.
I will continue with what I said last time from the 4-pack. The other character that I wanted is called Squeeze Play. He turns into a weird snake monster thing. He looks cool. He's a very obscure character, so I'm very happy to have him in my collection. He's a mix of like the Headmasters they came out with, so I think he's like using the Mind Wipe body, and then they modified it a little bit, but he looks cool. I like the colors. The name, kind of, I was like, who named him? But other than that, it's pretty cool.
We need to have a talk with them.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
I recently obtained, relatively newly, the Age of Primes Prima. He is quite cute, quite handsome. He is the first in the series of 13 Primes to be administered out to people, and he's cute.
Actually, Vector Prime already came out.
Okay, you know what? That wasn't even Age of the Primes, though.
Actually,
But you said one of the 13
came out.
So
Okay, fine. He's not the first of the 13, but he is the first of the Age of the
Optimus
Primes.
Prime is the 13th. He's already been out multiple
Okay,
times.
that depends on the continuity. That entirely, you guys are ridiculous. Oh, my Primus.
The guy
You guys are lucky. I really enjoy this. Okay, anyways, Prime is cute. I like that he comes with the Star Saber. That's really fun. I have seen a couple upgrade kits going around for him, which I will probably purchase because they definitely add on to his aesthetic. His face is a little bit funky, but we love him nonetheless. So he's cute. He gives me Nova Prime vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. Unrelated. For just the Primes, I've been thinking really heavily getting the upgrade kits for them because like they should have that extra oomph to them.
Yes,
and, like,
I concur.
The toy itself doesn't quite have that oomph, but I might be biased. Anyway, talking about my toy. I haven't gotten any recent action figures, but I noticed I didn't talk about the Grimlock popcorn bucket that I have acquired. It's adorable. It's cute. It's impractical as a popcorn bucket. I got it from the Universal of Lands places.
Nice.
Or someone got it for me. Yeah, that's the one. It's adorable. I don't think I'm ever going to use it as a popcorn bucket because it can fit less than a fistful inside of it.
I think it's optics light up also, don't they?
I think that is also correct.
Because they
right.
should.
Moving us forward. Are you ready for Volume 1, Part 3, The Great Transformers War, Issues 1 through 3?
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Killobyte, can you take us out?
Can do. If you've enjoyed this episode, consider sharing it with your friends and subscribing. If you want to help out the show even further, we have started a Patreon. All of the proceeds will go to supporting the show and keeping the lights on. Of course, we have tiers that offer other forms of gratitude such as 3D printed files and entry to our Discord channel. You'll even get early access to our comic review videos a week before they're publicly released, our D&D, and some of our other channel content as well. We also started a Redbubble, where we have all the kinds of merch for sale, ranging from pillows, stickers, shower curtains, socks, backpacks, hats, anything you can think of. And you can get our logo art as Seekers, maybe some Prima designs, some Primus designs. There's many there that you might enjoy. And as always, we hope you're all staying safe out there. Thank you so much for listening to All Are One.
Till all are one.
Till all are one.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Swerve Bar Podcast, and even on Tumblr. Yes, with everything going on, Twitter, we figured we should cover our bases. Speaking of which, you can also find us on Twitter at Swerve Bar, if that's still a thing. If you're interested in more content, try checking out our spin-off D&D series, Transform and Roll Out. Let's tune in to a preview now.
11. You knock his hat off.
You don't need that hat. I will be taking that, by the way.
It goes out the window.
No! My hat!
Hey.
Okay,
I was gonna say that anyway. I just wanted. I knew Laugh was gonna say I'm gonna take it. And you go out the window.
I do what now?
You go out the window.
No, okay. Can I do like any sort of like dex roll or something to like try and not go out the window?
You can do a roll of survival and athletics to see how well you hit or if you get caught under the wheel well. I'm also going to be rolling something for you. Get caught under the wheel well.
No, I'm trying to stop going out the window.
No, you're going out the window.
How strange. I don't understand why anyone would tune in into such make-believe content. Perhaps it's the voice actors that makes special appearances sometimes. Oh well. Tune into their YouTube channel that has bonus content such as video games containing phony comments, convention videos, and trendy shorts. A link will be provided below. And if you're inclined, check out their Redbubble where you can get pins, t-shirts, and more. Or subscribe to their Patreon to access their Discord and listen to content before it's released to the public. More links will be provided below. End transmission.